monster, pure and simple. All of them are. We don't have time for this. We're gone. And believe me, you don't... Here, take the key and in you go. We're not going to lay down our lives for some silent monks. But, fine.
The lumpen silent monk stands like a pillar of decaying flesh. So still it seems he is not even breathing. All of a sudden, like a bellows, he exhales a fetid gust right into your face. The stench of rot shrouds you, coating you in a way you fear will never truly be washed away. Emaciated of body and spirit, this silent monk stands straighter than the others, the remnants of military bearing clear in her posture. This must be Donna, the one spoken of by the paladins guarding the door. She gives no indication at all that she has heard you, save for a single tear dripping from one eye. This dwarven monk hangs his head, as if looking down at his feet. A wretched gurgling noise issues from him. Staring down into his face, you realize you were staring into mutilation. He has no eyes, his empty sockets crawling with blood maggots. The gurgling sound comes from his stitched mouth, though no meaning can be understood. The silent monk looks like she was only recently converted. Her face was clearly beautiful once, and the eyes looking at you are not yet the full Fuligen black of other silent monks you have seen. One of her hands trembles. Twitching, it reaches out to you. Her hand is cold and smooth, like that of a porcelain doll. Jerkily, as if unused to movement, she strokes your hand gently and looks into your eyes. Her lips part and her mouth moves. Did she whisper, "Save me," or "Slay me"? Or did you only hear what you wanted to hear in the whispers of the wind? Slipping your hand free from hers, you back away and leave her standing there. Her arm remains outstretched, stroking, as if you were still right there beside her.
This again. This again. Boring. Rubbish.
This dwarven monk hangs his head, as if emaciated of body and spirit. This silent monk stands straighter than the others, the remnants of military bearing clear in her posture.
than here, maybe.
That rainbow's beautiful.
The couple notice you approach. The man offers a cheery smile.
Greetings.
Greetings.
The open road. And a new life at the end of it, hopefully.
Fulton, our business is our business. Remember what Carl Van told us.
The man nods, chastened.
We don't know where we're going, but we're definitely not going back. There's no reason for anyone to go back where we came from unless they have a death wish.
We heard that our homes are likely gone. Void-woken. We'd be dead with everyone there if we weren't forced to meet in secret. Fulton's a sorcerer. I don't care about that. I love him. But too many people from where we come from would care.
They were just stuck in their ways. Afraid of what's being said about people like me.
Well, they're all dead now, and they can't stop us being together. The Voidwoken are welcome to this place. We're going to start a new life.
That rainbow's beautiful. I wonder where it leads.
Somewhere better than here, maybe.
That rainbow's beautiful. I wonder where it leads.
Somewhere better than here, maybe.
That rainbow's
A fine spot, isn't it? I can't blame you for it.
The slight purse of the woman's lips.
Order. It's changed, Jonathan. How long has it been?
Gareth looks to the limp body at his feet, then to you, sword raised. He isn't quite present, but lost in his own tangled thoughts.
I knew I'd see him again. I wish it hadn't been like this. Yes, you are right. It's in a different place at a different time. A time when I was devoted to the Divine Order. A time when we faced a crossroads.
Gareth softly pokes the listless man's torso with his foot.
This man, this Magister, his name is Jonathan. He's my friend, or was my friend. I led him here. I felt someone's gaze on me from almost the very moment I stepped foot on the coast. Lucian taught never to ignore augury, and sure enough, I saw the flash of white. I heard the sprigs snapping. Someone was watching, following. I came here and waited. The door swung open and it was him. A face I hadn't seen since I was called to the Seekers. He didn't say a word, just flashed the arrest warrant. Seems he didn't expect the punch. Now I must do as duty requires.
Gareth raises his blade and tightens his grip, but falters. He cannot strike the final blow. Gareth turns his head. He's even further away than before.
I don't know.
Gareth's fingers open and close around his sword's hilt. His breathing quickens, his forehead wrinkles, yet his arm remains suspended in air. Blood seeps from Jonathan's wound and pools at Gareth's feet. He stares at the stream as it carves a path around his boots.
What? What have you done?
Gareth's eyes go glassy. There is no warmth, no chill, no joy, no sadness. It is as if the void has possessed him.
I need to go. Away from here. Away from this. Away from you. Yes, you're right. There's little time for tears. When it is time to sail, I will be ready. The Order. Jonathan, how long has it been?
Gareth looks to the limp body at his feet, then to you, sword raised. He isn't quite present, but lost in his own tangled thoughts.
I knew I'd see him again. I wish it hadn't been like this. Indeed, yet more than that. His name is Jonathan. He is my friend, or was my friend. I led him here. I came here and waited. The door swung open and it was him. A face I hadn't seen since I was called to the Seekers. He didn't say a word, just flashed the arrest warrant. Seems he didn't expect the punch. Now I must do as duty requires.
Gareth raises his blade and tightens his grip, but falters. He cannot strike the final blow. Gareth's fingers open and close around his sword's hilt. His breathing quickens, his forehead wrinkles, yet his arm remains suspended in air. Blood seeps from Jonathan's wound and pools at Gareth's feet. He stares at the stream as it carves a path around his boots.
What? What have you done?
Gareth's eyes go glassy. There is no warmth, no chill, no joy, no sadness. It is as if the void has possessed him.
I need to go. Away from here. Away from this. Away from you. Yes, you're right. There's little time for tears. When it is time to sail, I will be ready.
Hello, sir. Good to see you again. Up to you. You know where I am if you think of anything.
Keep distant. My own demons haunt me too closely. I cannot also bear the burden of yours.
Just when I think this land...
Still.
Ahead looks even less welcoming.
Greetings and it's no harm, no harm, no harm, no harm, no harm. What's that smell?
The being
My manners. Master wouldn't...
He doesn't respond.
Master is master.
He barely seems to...
You are so... a servant.
He wrings his hand.
Loyal and...
He shoves his nut.
A loyal servant.
The being lurches. The hulking brute recoils slightly from you, and...
My master is...
Sweet lady, beautiful lady, seek out our wants you.
She gives you a coy... The bitter air warms as you near the stone. You are relieved of the past's nightmares and the
Keep distant. My own demons haunt me too closely. I cannot also bear the burden of yours.
No, sir. Good to see you again. Up to you.
I've got sword fighters, thieves, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
He looks up from his map.
I shall not mourn till war is done. I shall not weep while blood still runs.
I've spotted something.
I see a cage, and in it, is that a demon?
Do what he will, but one day his one true name I'll know, and so undo him.
In the darkness of the woods, you spot a man overlooking a cage that holds creatures crept from a nightmare. Despite the all-too-unsettling nearness of these horrors, he looks poised, regal even, and wholly at ease.
Go on. Step in from the shadows. Let's have a look at the wanderer lost in the woods. And what would be the contrary? That you are here and now for some definite purpose, burdened by the millstone of destiny?
He eyes you with a sudden intensity, makes you feel like a weight upon a scale, balanced against an unknown measure.
I stand corrected. You're not lost.
He sighs, contentedly it seems, darts his eyes to the demons, then back to you.
The roads are rather dusty today, aren't they, Godwoken? May I offer you anything to drink? Because you look so very thirsty. Oh, not for wine or water, but for source.
He pours a glass of wine from a bottle in his greatcoat and drinks it down in one voracious gulp.
To your very good health, I'm sure. Now then, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Jehan. Above all, I am a demon hunter. Underneath it all, I am what those with a flair for hyperbole call a master of the source. Of course you are. That is what Godwoken do. The answer to your next question, by the by, is yes, I will teach you, if you do something for me first. Quid pro quo, I'm afraid. A tad vulgar of me, that much I admit, but needs must when the demon drives. It will come as no surprise, I suppose, that it is a demon that drives me to seek your benevolence. I've been hunting him for a long time, and now I've managed...
He points towards the northeast. You see nothing in that direction but grey water and a thick mist in which ghoulish shapes seem to form and fade.
I know it's there. My caged guests have confirmed as much. But to my great frustration, I cannot reach my goal. Death fog surrounds the island, and through death fog even I cannot pass. The answer is no less prosaic than for it to die, I'm afraid. But trust me, the death of one will deliver the souls of very many. Consider it a test. Kill the demon, and I will be your teacher. Then let me shake your hand and describe your target. The demon's guise, or vessel, one can't be quite certain, is that of a lizard known only as the Advocate. Like all of his ilk, he is kind, he is charming. He will offer you what you desire most at seemingly no cost at all. There is no such thing as no cost at all. My advice is to strike before he even has a chance to speak. But should you choose to disregard me, should you allow him to parley, all you have to do is say no. Above all else, remember that.
He smiles, like one would at a child, asking about the birds and the bees.
I know because I've known others like you. Those whose fates are chained, for better or for worse, to that of the gods themselves. I have battled the foe of foes, and conquered it. For a while. I have sat in perfumed gardens with the source herself, drank life from her very lips. I have seen well over 2,000 springs, and will continue to do so until time itself closes its weary eyes. Trust me, I know what you are, and what you can be. Death fog obscures any approach, and hangs thick over the collapsed bridge that led to the isle from the Driftwood Road. There is more than the mist alone there, though. Magic that evades my eyes. I also spotted a sloop further down the shoreline, but of course, a quiet afternoon's boating trip will be quite ruined once one hits death fog-shrouded waters. It is a place of irony, if you will. Once the site of an academy dedicated to the art of demon hunting, now the remnant of a dream sliced open into nightmare. Rumor has it an exorcism went wrong there long ago, and for a short time a great demon stood unopposed. Had it not been for Dr. Daver, the entirety of Reaper's Coast could have looked like Blood Moon Island looks today. He contained the demon and its blood spawn to the doomed shores of the isle, surrounded it with death fog, and never looked back. I met him once, during a soiree in Arx. Quite the eccentric is Dr. Daver. But then again...
He looks you up and down.
Aren't we all? May you wander in wisdom,